feel like Jimmy Fallon. I'm not as funny as Jimmy though. Jimmy's got jokes. All right, let's see here. Alex, you're asking, can we use this to create a list or start the list first, then go there? Yes. If you're asking about your opt-ins and your order forms, yes. So for the order form, those are how you get the best emails. People are coming in to order. So that's going to obviously build your list because you're going to get 4 emails for every order. So Guido says you implemented a reactive funnel. You made $400 yesterday. So that's awesome. Jesse says currently getting 45% sales on your order form and 50% purchase on your downsell order form. It works. It does, my friend. So good to see that, Jesse. Kevin, do you have a video sequence of going through the funnel? So that's exactly what these are. We're going step by step through the funnel. So you're seeing every single element. We're building you one section of the reactive funnel at a time. Steve's asking, trials convert to memberships at what rate? We got 3% at first, and then 10 to 12% on the downsell. That gives about 10 to 13%. The non-buyer button gives us another 3%. That'll get you about 15 to 18%. Carl's asking, on the downsell exit pop-up, can you use affiliate links when sending buyers off to Amazon to grab some data? Absolutely. Nick is saying, this is when we're going over the numbers. Who needs to get this into a spreadsheet? The power of volume and continuity. Absolutely. We give you the spreadsheet that we use. I believe that's in module 6. So there's a spreadsheet available to download. And that's where we plug our numbers in. That's where we know our CPAs, our CPCs, our EPCs, like everything is on that chart. And then what we do is we chart that weekly. So we know how each funnel is doing. All right. We're glad you're here though. So we got to record it for you. Jesse is asking, when you get a Commerce King shirt, you got to talk to Tony Tiefenbach for the Commerce King shirt. We get on a call with Tony T. Okay. So Michelle's saying, how do you know who didn't buy to be able to reach them? Absolutely awesome question. On the order page, that's module number 2. We're going to go over that. So on module 2, we do the 2-step order form. They have to fill in their name, their email, their phone number, and their address, hit continue. As soon as they hit continue, we grab their information. And the next thing they see is the credit card information. So when we download a CSV file, it'll see no purchases. That person opted in, but did not purchase. So that's a non-buyer. That's how we're getting those. Okay, so Guido's saying, I gave the option on my sales page for multiple units. Sold 6 units to 2 customers yesterday. Rock and roll, Guido. But I'm not quite sure how to pitch them more of the same, or should it be on the main page to sell them on the OTO? So let's say it's coffee mugs. Okay. Do you want to buy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 10? And so they buy that many. And then the next page, just a 2-button click. Hey, do you want 3 more at 20% off? Or would you like 6 more at 20% off? The incentive to grab more is the discount. You'll get about a 15 to 20% take on that upsell. You can use fulfillment center in China. I don't know if you're doing AliExpress, but it takes 30 to 40 days to get here by using the e-packet. So that's a really easy way to get chargebacks and immediate refund, because customers with Amazon, they want it now. So that's why we ship and use Amazon as our no risk product. And then once we prove it, then we ship it from China, merge the funnel, but then we're shipping our own product versus just from Amazon. Why did we choose Active Campaign? Because it's the easiest thing to train on for people who are newer to the industry. The other one might be MailChimp. So you can choose between Active Campaign and MailChimp. MailChimp has really good delivery too, but we went for delivery and easy to use. Hugo, what is your homework to do by the next call? The thing I'd love for you to get is, obviously I want you picking a product, but secondly is I'd love for you to get a squeeze page going. Tell the story about the product and start to familiarize yourself with headlines. So get a nice headline built, do some images, maybe do some pictures with your iPhone, and then plug those in and tell that story about that product and why it's better than all the rest. Educate the client, just like we did the taser story, just like we did the oil, just like what's in your packet that you downloaded. The squeeze page is your homework. So Teresa, I'll tell you a really hilarious story. My friend Kevin, who's at Rolla with me at university, and we were ambassadors. We had to call people to see if they would donate more money to the school. We called this lady. He's like, yeah, is Theresa there? And she's, Theresa? He's like, yeah, is Theresa there? And she goes, no, this is Teresa. He goes, oh, sorry, they misspelled your name. They spelled it Theresa. And she goes, no, that's how you spell Teresa. So he didn't get her to donate. That's a really funny story. So every time I see the name Teresa, I think of that story because it's hilarious. All right. So you said you want to be prepared as possible. Love that. So we need to start a ClickFunnels account. Absolutely. And there should be a link in the members area for a 14-day free trial. Do you need to import the templates? Yeah. So you'll get the free trial and then you import the templates by doing the funnel thing, or click the link and then it'll take you to the ClickFunnels. But yes, working inside ClickFunnels. Deborah's saying you got two niches going on. Do you want to pick the niche that advertisements in magazines are low or a niche that has advertisements in the higher range? So that's a great question. Depends on cash flow. So you're saying, hey, I got one product between the range of like 20, $40, and I got other products that are ranging in the range of 1,000 to 2,000. So if you're going to go sell 1,000 to $2,000 products, you're going to have to invest probably half of that. So 500 for each product. If your MOQ, minimum sales quantity, is 1,000 and they're $1,000, that's 100 grand. Versus if you buy 1,000 of a $20 item, then you're at 10 grand. A lot less than buying $1,000, $2,000 product. Alexa's asking, do you use the discount pop-up on the order form? The squeeze? No, I don't use it on the squeeze page. I try not to. I just try to go squeeze page to order form. Test it though. Test it without, because that's the way we do the reactive funnels. But then once you got 100 sales or so, plug that baby in there and see if you get a higher revenue per click. So you're looking for your revenue per click is what you're looking for. So Amber's saying, do you still offer multiple buy offers on two-step opt-in page, or just the offer you advertised for and then offer more of the same on OTO? Yes, that's exactly what we do. In your experience, when I offered multiple buys of the free plus shipping funnel order page, there were no takers to the offer. When I removed the multiple buys and just offered what they came for from seeing the ad, the orders started coming in. So obviously you need to do what works, Amber. If the orders are coming in, then great. I'd love to see that funnel. Hopefully you're coming to the event in July. I can take a better look at that. So our targets is by 10, 20, say every day, 10, 25, 50, 100, and 200 targets. And they buy all those. And then we upsell them to more targets. So those are free plus shipping targets. We just charge shipping on those. Then we upsell them to more targets. And that works. Same thing with oil, can openers, cups, whistles. That works really well for us. That's a really good question, Lily. So she's saying, hey, in the order form, if the pop-up leads the customer to Amazon, you did a little pop-up, you lead them to Amazon at the end of the funnel. Absolutely. Amazon now has the buyer. And unfortunately, you don't get that information, but at least you made a sale. At least you moved some product and you made a little cash. That's the benefit. But what's nice is Amazon seeing that you're pushing traffic, you're getting sales. And so you're going to increase your ranking on Amazon. So Dave, do you run the charge at the thank you page or keep going until he's continuously went through other offers? Neither. So the way it works is for every thing that they choose, if they choose 4 coffee mugs, that's a charge. If they do the upsell for more coffee mugs, that's another charge. If they do the continuity, that's another charge. So they'll have 3 charges on their credit card. That's how it works. Nick's asking, how long should it take us to build a reactive funnel? Should we go MVP and get something out the door and continue to build funnel, or should we build it all out? What I like to do is I like to get the squeeze and the order form done. And that way I can test traffic with that. I get orders coming in, and then you can start to build the funnel. The one thing you don't want to do is take an enormous amount of time, build an entire reactive funnel, and then it not convert. It's not a product that works. The best thing you'll have from building it all out is you're going to have the template. Go and copy the funnel you just built, then reinsert images or text. And then you're good to go. Redo your products and you got the whole funnel. That's exactly what we do. Every time we're about to launch a new product, we take the highest converting funnel that's working. We plug that in with new products. Now we know it's good to go. We just changed some conversion codes. That's it. All right. So John's saying for the continuity upsell, I'm offering a membership where they receive a new free plus shipping offer every month. I also give them a 20% discount to the store as a member, besides having to continuously source new products, which isn't a problem. Do you believe it's a bad idea to do this? If it's converting, no, absolutely not. What negatives do you see for this? If it's working, I don't see any negatives. What ways do you think I can improve the offering and make it more appealing? And will they stop buying other products at full retail price and just expect free? More than likely, they might. Like, you might have products that are in the store. You're going to have products that aren't in the store. So this can be a non-member special, or this is a member special pricing. The thing is, they're paying you monthly. So you got 100 people paying you $20 a month. That's $2,000 versus you might get 2 of those 100 to purchase an item at full price where you make the margins that you do, which is might be $20. So I'd rather make the $2,000 and let them buy the product at 0 price than worry about selling the product at full price. That's the big thing. I think it's a great idea. No negatives. And improving the offer. The thing is, I'm not going to be the one to ask on that. Okay. You got to ask your customer, my friend. So I'd be calling everybody who became a member and everybody who did not become a member. Hey, what's going on? This is John. Notice you didn't become a member. Wanted to pick your brain and see why not. Hey, this is John. Congratulations on becoming a member. What was the most exciting piece for you to become a member? Ask them those questions. Those are the people that are buying from you. So you need to ask them what excites them. We do that at the July mastermind. or the Reactive Funnel event. So come to the July. I'm going to do that on stage for you. We're going to take your guys' customers. We're going to pull them up to the stage. We're going to call them and we're going to ask them those direct connections. And you're going to see exactly how I pull out what continuity offers they love. It's going to be amazing. Mr. Abraham, if there's a big chance of the first funnel not working, should beginners stick to dropshipping versus buying inventory and hoping it converts? Absolutely. We do not, to this day, we do not buy inventory. We do not buy any inventory when testing out. Like right now, we have a funnel we're about to launch. We call up a wholesaler and we said, hey, we saw that you have this product. How many do you have? We have 1,000 units. Perfect. So then we're going to sell for the next 5 days and sell those 1,000 units. At the end of the day, we're proving the concept true. We see that the funnel works, we optimize, and now we're going to go to China. We're buying inventory. As soon as the funnel is proven true, we're running traffic. We merge the two. We don't go out and buy massive, like that's just going to pile up inventory. You're going to have sitting inventory. Sitting inventory is bad inventory. The worst. So Bradley's asking, when you were building a funnel a week where you're changing the product and testing a new product within your niche each time? Yep, we are. It's a new product every week that we're testing out. That's coming from our wish list. That's coming from our surveys. That's coming from our cream that we bring up from the top, what people are asking us for. That's coming from our call center saying, what are you looking for? What's your biggest concerns? So we're out there building and finding those products. We're also watching what's working online. We're doing analysis. We're finding out what's working. Then we're taking that. We're asking our audience if they want to buy that. And then if they say yes, then that's how our new funnel comes out. How long do you stick testing one product before you decide was the product and you should test selling another? So we will usually start to see success after 100 to 300 clicks. If there's no success, we'll try something else. We'll tweak it a little bit. I'm going to watch my opt-ins. I'm going to call them, ask questions. If it's the price or the language we use, if it's confusing, we'll work with it for about 2 to 3 weeks. And if we can't get it to go, hit the dud and move to the next one. So Chris is asking, hey, I got a supplement. Should I do a reactive funnel for it? Absolutely, since it's already working. The first step would be building the squeeze page for it. If you're doing a supplement, I would look at a Organifi's sales page. That thing is really well done. Theirs is actually longer than ours because your supplement is more than likely unknown. So you need to make it known. You need to educate the client on that. Organifi's sales page does that really well. If you're a member of our Trailer Oil Masterclass, which is $10 a month, we actually hacked the entire Organifi funnel. So you can actually see each squeeze page, each sales page, each upsell page. It was fantastic. They did a freaking great job. And there's a reason that they're doing so right now. Bradley, yeah. So I'm sticking with a product for maybe 3 weeks. And then we're ditching it. But there's too many products out there that can become massive winners. Bradley, the website is I can answer, popurls.com. So popurls.com is the link. So Lily, if we directly talk with customers, say 500 people, that's a tremendous amount. I'm talking 20 to 30 people. You only maybe 30 to 40 numbers to talk to 20 people. You're going to have a really great knowledge base of, okay, this is why it's not working, or this is what I need to do. And then you move forward. Yeah. Yes, Alex. So can we collect information for a giveaway and sell at the same funnel? Yes, you can. I would stick with what we're doing here versus trying to do giveaway right now. So giveaway is going to be like your lead gen to an affiliate offer or something like that. You could make it to where the reactive funnel is your affiliate offer or is your redirect offer. That's the best way to do that for the giveaway. So Jeremy, last call, you said I wouldn't be able to do a V curve with t-shirts. Could we do a bundle deal with one of the items in the bundle, not a t-shirt, as an upsell using V curve? I need more explanation on that one of what you're thinking. Because what I would do is I would do like our t-shirts. Could we do this? 1 small, 3 large. And then the order bump is grab 2 more shirts of different colors. So grab a green and a black one if you're selling all whites. So that'd be a great order bump. And then an upsell would be a hoodie or another t-shirt. That's how I would do that. You can hire programmers that can come in and program that stuff into ClickFunnels, which would be really nice. Okay. So Michelle, I don't know where to start yet. I have a simple website and Facebook page and group, as well as an Instagram page. I'm in the sports medicine niche, providing info and products for injury care. I'm not selling anything yet, but I got some ideas for info products and physical products. But how do I start? Should I just start testing products? Do I drop ship first? Michelle, you got to talk. Go out and talk to your audience. You got a group. Get on a Facebook Live. Hey guys, Michelle here. What's the latest and greatest product you just purchased regarding the sports medicine field? What's the last product you purchased? What's on your hit list right now? What are you going to purchase this week? And then what do you wish you could purchase? Give me some comments. I'm doing a giveaway. For the best answer, you win a coffee mug. Something like that. That's how you're going to find out. You got to ask the question. Go have a conversation with them. Go interact. Dan, what was the app that you use to record? It's called Supernote, Supernote. Supernote. Jesse's asking, when will I get my Commerce King shirt? You got to talk to Tony T's got the shirts. Michelle's asking, how do I start my email list from nothing? Michelle, since you got that Facebook group, you should be able to ask 3 questions when they become a member of that group. One of those questions should be, what is a good email for you? That's going to start your email list. You can start inputting those into MailChimp or ActiveCampaign. Another way would be to do a giveaway of some sort. So you can do like a $200 or $300 giveaway and start asking for their emails for the giveaway. You can run Facebook ads for that. You can run Instagram for that. So you can do swipe up function. Hey, make sure you swipe up. Or, hey, if you're interested in this swipe up, direct message me your email address. I'll put you in the field to enter the win. Or, hey, you got to comment your email address and we'll enter the win. So there's always ways to grab their email address and start emailing them. From those email addresses, you can start asking those questions back to your earlier question, which is, what are you purchasing right now? Toby, who was the police officer, thought he's going to go sell holsters, he's going to sell armor, he's going to sell vests, and all this kind of cool stuff. As soon as he started asking his avatar, what he found out was it was all grandmas, it was all spouses, all girlfriends of police. They wanted a necklace in remembrance of their police officer at night. So he started selling jewelry. Did his first $1 million in 12 months with us. It's all about listening to what they want. David's asking for conversions. So the squeeze page is there's no conversions there because they're going straight to the order form, but I want to see 70%. So I got 70% of the people that hit the squeeze page hitting the order form. So I have 100 people, I got 70 people hitting this order page. The order form, I'm looking to convert at 5 to 10%. That's what I want on the order form itself. Alex, I don't have a product yet and want to have my funnel up by the time there for live training. Yes, absolutely. Alex, hopefully you got that answer by now. Getting them interested, getting them in a group, finding out on Facebook, asking them questions, do a free giveaway, ask for the phone number, get on the phone with them and start calling them, start emailing them. Just email them individually. Hey, this is Alex. What's going on? How may I help you? I'm the CEO of this company. I'm curious on what product you purchased, what current product do you have your eyes on, and what's on your wish list? What do you wish you could go buy today? So those are 3 great questions. If you're looking at what kind of product you should go after, market first approach, product first approach, go check out the introduction modules. So Lily, what should we bring to the event? Are ready to launch Reactive Funnel? Absolutely. We're going to be workshopping through opt-in page, order pages, squeeze pages, all that stuff. Okay. But it's going to be really cool. I get to when you come with a funnel ready to rock, I can give you more suggestions and say, okay, I'd move this over here, make this look like that. That way you're not just, oh, I don't even have a product. You want to at least have a product. You want to at least have some sort of a form of a reactive funnel. That's why we're going through all this module training, why we're dedicating so much time to this. Okay. So Hugo's saying, can there be any legal issues if drop shipping a branded t-shirt? Absolutely. So if you're like, hey, Nike, you want to buy this Nike t-shirt? Absolutely. You'll get a cease and desist. So Dan, is the reactive funnel that we load into ClickFunnels the complete funnel as we went through today? Absolutely. Yep. You just downloaded an entire reactive funnel. It's ready for your magic. Bradley, once you print the product while directing sales to Amazon, we're not directing sales to Amazon, Bradley. We're ordering from Amazon and shipping it to them from Amazon. So they're ordering through our merchant. So we got the Maserati car, right? It's $25. And on Amazon, it's $25. As soon as you put the order through, we download that CSV and we manually go to Amazon and we put in their name, their email, their address into Amazon on our account, order it for them through our account and ship them a Maserati. Then we're just proving it's proof of concept with no risk. I have no inventory. So as soon as I know that all that's working, then I can say, okay, we can go order 100 of these. I can go order 500 of these. I can order 1,000 of these and we're ready to rock and roll, right? Because we know it works. Hopefully, does that make sense, Bradley? Hopefully you're still on the call. Deborah, can you teach us how to arbitrage products? There you go. That was the answer. That's arbitraging. So Lily's asking, should we manually verify the credit card transactions on Stripe are valid? They're not going to be successful if they're not valid. So it's good to go. There shouldn't we've never had a problem there. So Dan's asking, where's the members areas? Dan, grab Emily, Emily at TreyLlewellyn.com. So Lucas, I'm looking for the same conversion rates. I'm looking for 5% on my order form to 10%. If it's 3 or 4%, that's great too. I just want conversions. If it's at 1 or 2%, there's tweaking to do. There's at least life in it. If it's crickets, no one's purchasing, no one's buying, But if there's some life, like 1%, 2%, 3%, I'm like, okay, there's some here. Maybe we've got to tweak some stuff around, not answering all the questions yet. I'm not selling the belief. I'm not hitting their limiting beliefs. So Andy's asking, should we be creating a Facebook page to interact with the audience? I would create a Facebook group, and that's a perfect way to interact, saying hello, doing lives, doing questions, and things like that. John's asking, why don't you use videos on your continuity upsell page? You totally could. We just don't. But what we noticed is people just don't watch it. They can read text faster. So we've just seen it work without videos, even though right now we do have one that has a video and it's doing just fine too. When it comes to Referral Rock, John, I wouldn't get Referral Rock just yet because the price, it's like $300 a month. Wait till you're selling. And if you're selling 1,000 a month, then Referral Rock's going to be really good for you. But below that, it's not going to pay for itself. So I would wait on that. Yeah. James is saying, I have great content to help parents with kids who have Asperger's. So the continuity is figured out. How can I make more money, more products? It's going to be going back to asking them, what did you purchase before? What are you currently purchasing now? And what's on your wish list? Those are the products in their current SKU. That's going to be your best way to figure out a market first approach versus guessing. Bradley, who are you using for fulfillment? We use Randy Park. He's in St. Louis. What's best about him is he's, one, he's inexpensive, but two is he's centralized. So when we ship items, our shipping rates are like half because it doesn't have to travel very far. Like Missouri to California, 2 zones. Missouri to Maine, 2 zones. Missouri to Florida, 2 zones. Versus what we were doing is we were shipping from Boise, and we're like 4 zones everywhere. So when we moved to St. Louis, our cost of shipping cut in half. It was really cool. James, can I present continuity first in the funnel and sell products after? Stick with the program first, and then go and try and sell it as a continuity first. I'd rather you prove continuity on the back versus on the front. Tim, I think you're good. If you come up with an idea and never try it, that's how you're going to shoot yourself in the foot, man. Here's a freaking great idea, but if we do, it might be shooting ourselves in the foot. And so you never try it. So I'd say go try it. Go upgrade that part of the system to that monthly plan and see if it works. And if not, then you didn't shoot yourself in the foot. You just know it didn't work. BizRat, yeah, I think that's fine. He's asking if I pick a product in a niche that's showing that companies are slowly dominating. Here's the deal. As I was an insurance agent, go type in Google insurance agent and look at a map. Look how many red dots are just in one city. There's a piece of the pie for everybody. So could it be that the traffic sent is not qualified versus the funnel not working when you don't see, I'm assuming that you're meeting conversions. Yeah, of course that's true. But the thing is, like, the ad should not be grabbing clicks that wouldn't sell. If I go make an ad and I put a hot girl on it and I'm like, click for the latest, coolest flashlight, they're just clicking for the hot girl. They're not clicking for a flashlight. So obviously that's going to have awful conversion. But I'm like, hey, if you want the latest and greatest flashlight, click here. Boom. That's going to be way better. So D's asking if we've been working on private label products for Amazon FBA, should we start ClickFunnels for these, even though we don't have them ready yet? You can always do a pre-sale. If you don't have the product, we'll do a pre-sale. If something's coming in 3 or 4 weeks, we'll do a pre-sale and say, if you order now, we'll give you a big discount on it, just like Kickstarter. If you donate now, we'll give you a big discount and then we'll ship it out in a month or something. And then you just follow up through emails. D's asking, are all your products private labeled? I would say we rarely label products, to be frank. Do people really answer your phone calls? Yes. And then we leave them a voicemail. When starting a Facebook group, do you start with the brand or the product? We start with the brand and we build that brand around it. So once you print a product, do you turn off all the traffic during the down? Oh, no. So Bradley, we don't want to shut off that's where it's a little hairy, but we don't like to turn off the traffic, never. What we'll do is we'll just slow it way down. So if we have a working ad, we'll bring it down to like $10. We're making one sale every 2 days or something. And then once the inventory comes, we start to scale back up. If you're shipping in containers, like 40-foot containers, you have to make sure it passes customs. That'll get you. We had a 40-foot container come in Anchorage, Alaska. And I was like, oh, yay. We're 5 days away from receiving it from the truck yard. And we get a call from Alaska and they say, hey, your kits don't have a country of origin stamped on them. So in that case, we had to ship them back to China because they didn't have a little made in China sticker. Had to have people put stickers on them, ship them back over the sea. So it was 2 months later that we received that inventory. So you want to make sure it passes customs and then you're good to go. Before investing, we pre-sell. I like to see if it's on Amazon. So if I can get something really close to it, like we're selling a lotion, I'll send them that lotion because the name might be a little different, but as long as it's the same thing, if you're selling shampoo, you grab somebody else's shampoo, you can do that. But I like to make sure it's on Amazon or somebody has it. It's either in a wholesale or a distribution, or it's like somebody already has the product because somebody's already purchasing it. So I'll just sell it for what it is, and all you're out is ad cost. So then you just prove the concept. I'd rather be out ad cost, a couple hundred, $300, $400 in ad cost than thousands of dollars in inventory. That's just how I work. I don't want to use all my cash flow to just invest in inventory. Then I got sitting inventory that's in a warehouse that's charging me every month for sitting inventory. Literally, do people complain about shipping speed? We're upfront about the shipping speed. So anything that we're selling is going to be delivered within 5 to 7 business days. Our drop shipping is in St. Louis. And the same thing is if we're arbitraging, it's coming from Amazon. So it's going to get there within 2 to 3 business days. So Vinay's, how much budget do you need for a squeeze page and order form test? I'd say probably $200 to $300 is what I'd love to test with it. Lex is asking, do you have a list of wholesalers that you recommend? Not really. I'm just looking who sells the product. And then I call them and I say, hey, what's the best price I can get if I buy a lot of these from you? We just had a recent case. In China, they're $2. Here in the US, they're $8. I called the guy up. He's selling them for $20. I said, hey, if I buy 10 cases of this, how much can you give them for me? He's, oh, I can give you to them for $8 a piece. Okay. So that's what I'm going to buy them for. Then if I can go to China and grab them for $2. They're saying, should we only focus on US traffic? Not necessarily. We do because we're doing the guns. We can't sell a gun to Canada or China or UK or Russia. Now, if you're selling tennis rackets, then by all means, go sell because they're cheaper, right? We know, yeah, when selling via Amazon, is that something you do on your personal account? Absolutely. Like, they're not going to know it comes from your personal account, right? It just doesn't happen. So Bizrat, he's saying, this last question. Since the start of the program, I've been approaching this course from a perspective where we have to have our own product. If I understand it correctly, the product does not have to be ours. We could be resellers of the product. Absolutely. Tim, we don't use Stripe. He's saying we get a lot of complaints with customers unable to complete their order on our ClickFunnels order form. Never ending spinning wheel. Is this a Stripe issue? I don't know. We don't use Stripe. But what I would do is use mouseflow.com or Hotjar, put the code on your page, watch it, and then you can report those, share a recording. And what I do is I share them with ClickFunnels, support them. Hey, this is happening. Please fix. Right? Dave's asking, how can I resell continuity memberships? Bill for it myself, but subscribe them to a good product. I don't know what you mean there, Dave. If you could make that make a little more sense. All right. Perfect. Okay. Dee's asking, so orders going to your customers from Amazon will arrive in the Amazon box. Do they get upset? They get so upset. They really don't. They could care less. Amazon's done a great job of, if I have my products at FBA, they're still going to come in an Amazon box. So they're not going to be any the wiser. The wise piece is if they send a receipt, Amazon sometimes does a shipping label. So what we'll do is usually a little checkbox that says send as a gift. They take out that receipt for you. They don't see the price, which is nice. Dave's asking, I will not have a continuity product ready for the funnel. That's fine. The best thing you can do, Dave, for a continuity piece is a Facebook group. Just like forums, like ihub.com. You can participate in a forum and you have to pay to be inside that group. So that was our first continuity piece. And that's what I recommend to everybody. For their first people on the continuity, put them in a group for $10 a month. And that's your continuity. Then you want to replace it by an affiliate offer, but without leaving the funnels. That's going to be tough because the affiliate offer needs to collect their own merchant, be PCI compliant, and have the credit card. So you're just going to send them over there anyways. So they're going to have to re-enter their credit card information. Oh, okay. So do we wait to have a product launch on Facebook or do we wait until you have a 1,000-person email list? No, you don't need to. The biggest thing is you want to get some sort of customer avatar in your database in your hands. I would like for you to grow a list, or an email list or a group, and start interacting with them. So that way you can ask them questions, interact with them, and figure out what they're buying. Then you can take those emails and source them against other resources and say, okay, who's buying what's happening, and figure out what they're buying. Then you can go sell them that. That's the easiest way. I would like you to have 1,000 email lists or somebody in a group to talk to. So you're not just spinning the balls out there. You got more market research than you do a product guessing game. Yeah. So Guido, you don't need on the Amazon, you don't need a business account. Like you just use your personal account. I just ship about from there. And you don't get your account closed. No one's going to complain. None of that stuff happens. So that's all the questions. Appreciate everybody. I look forward to seeing you guys on the next call. That's a great module.